The Phoenix Suns have received trade interest, according to Charania, in Deandre Ayton since they acquired Bradley Beal. Originally, the market had been lean, but this is the quote from Charania. Quote, "We'll see if he's going to be there. I do think one thing that has happened since the trade in Phoenix has been getting a lot of calls on Ayton in the last 12 to 18 hours. Teams seeing if now Ayton's a little bit more attainable. We'll see if he's back on the team next year," end quote. Before the trade, like I said, the Suns reportedly were finding Ayton's market lean, and Ayton's on the second year of a 4-year, $133 million contract that Robert Sarvers matched by paying him only 15 cents more than what the Indiana Pacers offered. And you guys know me, I'm actually a Deandre Ayton fan, very big fan of his. I've always thought he was capable of being a guy who could help a team win, and I've honestly thought he was a guy who was kind of always disrespected in a way, treated as if he was a throwaway. And I never understood, because I thought he was a guy who showed he could play productive NBA minutes, and he's been a borderline all-star. I understand coming out of college, we all thought he was going to be like mini Joel Embiid, like the store brand version of Joel Embiid. So we were thinking, at least a guarantee all-star, maybe a guy who could develop a jump shot and get to Joel's level, but that hasn't happened. We'd say maybe DeAndre Ayton and Karl-Anthony Towns are on the same level. And this is no disrespect for the Bohemian man, DeAndre Ayton, who is only 24 years old. And I also think personally, we saw Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson explode as soon as they left Monty Williams' system, and maybe that's something where Monty Williams limited him, okay? As this is a guy who was number 1 overall and has career averages of the last 4 seasons. I mean, in 2019-20, he averaged 18 points a night, and he got back to 18 this past year. He's, been a guy who's played, except for his second season, at least 58 plus games every year, okay? He's a guy who shoots career 59% from the field, has had seasons of shooting like 63 from the field, has been a guy who can average over a block and a half, about a block and a half a game, averages a little under a steal a game, dishes out almost 2 assists a game, and grabs over 10 boards a game for every single of his career. He literally has an average of 16.7 points and 10.5 rebounds with 1.5 assists, a little under a steal a night on block a game. Like, not a bad player, and I think a lot of people would like to have DeAndre Ayton on their team. Now, we know that the Mavs have been a team connected to him. Would you give up? Would you, if you're a Phoenix Suns fan, I know that the Mavs would do this. If the Mavs gave you Davis Bertans and Tim Hardaway Jr. and JaVale McGee in the 10th pick, would you guys do that deal for DeAndre Ayton, straight up, just DeAndre Ayton? Maybe they throw you Frank. I think Frank's expiring contract, so what do you guys think of that deal? Is that deal horrendous? Would you never even touch that deal? That's what I want to hear. I know it's definitely an interesting situation, to say the least. And if you're a fan of, DeAndre, I understand if you think it's in their best interest to just say, screw that. And if the deals are looking like that, I completely understand from a fan's perspective. If you're saying, F that, let's just keep him because there isn't a better big man available. So let me hear your thoughts down below, but that's going to be the video for today.